Certainly not. Very close game. Last game came down to that final team fight. Perhaps .ie went a little bit too far out. Pushed a little bit too long. The ultimate came down a little bit late. That could have cost them. But all in all, it was a very, very close game. And apart from that, .ie had an incredibly good game on Shen. Compared with Sonfon, really, really leading their team as well. So we'll see if .ie on this Rumble can provide as good a performance as he did last game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, I'd have to give the level 1 advantage to Gaelic Gaming here. Annie with that stun is potent as ever if she manages to charge it up, but she doesn't seem to have done just yet. But if they can catch a few people in that incinerate, if she's gone for that, which I'll just check now.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, it's looking like a very similar last game with wards coming down to both red buffs and both teams getting spotted. But we see this the bot lane of Team NFH getting extremely isolated here. We'll see if they manage to get the back. We see the searching Q from Lee Sin. That had been a little bit to the side. We could have seen a big engagement coming down there. We had to see at least smiting the red buff to allow Lee Sin to get to lane so as to try and exert a bit of dominance, which he's missing his Q, which he's going to have a hard time when it is late if he misses too many of those. Yeah, Aatrox was forced into that. Got the early level 2 from Zabzarab. It's going to be really key in exerting his early dominance in that lane. At least in the blind monk, a little less blind than most people think. Ooh. We see Elise coming in the top lane. I'm not entirely sure, I don't think so. Looks like it's just going to try and counter jungle there. Yeah, going a little bit too deep there, just trying to be a little bit too aggressive, and got pretty hurt by that tower shot. Things looking dangerous for .ie here.
First love.
Again, we see Lee missing his Q. Oh, and the flash coming in. Oh! And we've got a roam in the top lane. Yeah, we see Corgi just sticking around a little too long there, and Aatrox really fancied his chances, and sure enough, he went for the dive. Yeah, certainly a game with a lot more movement, a lot more action going down. But that's to be expected with the composition that we have here, with that Lee Sin, with the Lee Sin, the Annie. It seems to be a lot more chance of getting those picks and the early damage coming down. I'd imagine the next time her stun is up, she's gonna go for the kill. A lot of harass coming down. I think she fancies this. She's got the stun up. I can see Tibbers coming down here in the mid lane very, very soon. Not this time, no. In the meantime, we see an engagement in bot lane. Caitlyn really laying down the hurt on that Nami after falling into that trap. Yeah, that's certainly true, yeah. Looks like Elisa's shaping up for a gank in the top lane. And Rumble has no wards. Will not be aware of this. There. Oh, that was lucky. We just saw the passive come up on Razor there mid-fight. We can see Lee Sin moving back after picking up that kill and going for the double null magic mantles, really fearing that that rumble damage coming out, and good trying to mitigate that and picking up a longsword as well. So he's going to be dealing a lot of damage, and he's really tanky against that rumble.
Along the middle lane, Sheep Noodle's almost going down to the ignite. Look at that, he survived with 24 HP, and in the meanwhile, Razor going in onto Sonfon, but he gets taken down, his passive is burned. Here comes the Dark Flight. Immediately jumps back in as soon as he got some distance. Sonfon did not quite expect that.
Yeah.
Gets taken down. Nice pickup.
Bit of a mistake from Sonfon there, just sticking around too long. Razor was trying to wait as long as he could to get that Dark Flight down and use his passive effectively to bait out the Annie.
So, 11 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, we see a 1,000 gold lead in NFH's favor as they have picked up one dragon and are up 2 kills over TNG. But still, doesn't have to mean much. 1,000 gold, while it is an advantage, not that big of a deal. It would be bigger of a deal if it had been earlier, but at about 12 minutes, it's all still open for TNG.
Yeah, for sure. We see, if we look at the kills, being very evenly spread over this NFH team with a kill on everyone but Zed. Sona being a greedy sod and picking up some kills. And she's actually converted that into the early Sightstone and the GP10 item.
We do see Shitsweek and Sheep Noodles meeting in the river, but Sheep Noodle is now making his way on towards that top lane, possibly looking for a gank on Zapstrap as .ie goes in. Here comes the death mark. He is going to use it. The ignite is down. Whoa, the equalizer too. I think he would have taken him down with the equalizer, but he decides to flash in and take the kill.
Yeah, just securing the kill there with the flash. Maybe he didn't need to do it, but I suppose he really wanted to pick that kill up and come back onto a bit of a parity with Lee Sin, get an our kill, get a bit more gold, and really try and wrest control that lane from Lee Sin.
That is true. As we see a little bit of a farm advantage on Lee Sin in that top lane. Oh, in the bottom lane, another engagement comes down right on, gets stunned under the tower by that crescendo. Right after Respawn had taken down his support, he has to flash. Will Respawn go after him?
Beautiful
Flash is available.
There.
I decided to not go for
Just
it, and that is true.
possible second. Very beautiful crescendo coming down. We see Elise coming into this bot lane, trying to pick up that Caitlyn.
Will the cocoon land? Yes, it does. After the 90 caliber came through, there's the Valkyrie in from Rhydon, but he's too far away. Can't really do anything. And here comes Razor. This might be very big here for NFH. Rhydon gets picked up. He did burn the barrier, but it does not do anything. Dark Flight onto Shitsweek. It's gonna be not a double kill because Respawn picks himself up and leaves here.
Yeah, this Aatrox is getting really strong. Just moving around the map, making plays for his team, and that's why you can see this 8-2 lead coming in for Team NFH. This is looking like it could snowball out of control. We've got a 3k lead nearly here, almost 3k lead. So that's big at this stage of the game.
Indeed, Sunfire and Sheep Noodles meet just at the top red side, bottom red side jungle entrance, exchanging a little bit of damage, but
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
just moving away. As Razor has moved on towards middle lane, pushing it a little bit, but not that far.
Yeah, we can see NFH picking up that tower in bot lane. really pressing their advantage. They know they're strong. They know they can take that tower, and they might try and move mid lane here and really try and start taking control of this
Zapzorap
game.
in really, really big trouble here as the equalizer is used and Razor and Cheap Noodles move in. He flashes safeguards, but the death mark was used immediately prior to that safeguard. He gets picked up by the death mark detonation.
A lot of damage coming down there. Big team plays coming from NFH, just moving around the map and winning these skirmishes, getting the picks that they need.
Yes, they do, as that 2-kill lead has turned into a 6-kill lead, into a 7-kill lead, actually. And the gold lead is now almost at 4,000. This is 1k, this is pretty much 1k a minute in terms of the rate of the gold lead increasing.
Yeah, as we can see with this dragon coming back up, it's put the gaming in a position where they almost have to contest, and whether they can contest or not, they're certainly the underdogs in any fight that might ensue.
Oh, crescendo used on the bottom lane, but Varkin flashed it.
That's a big spell down for this fight. If they decide to try and contest the dragon.
That is true. Because Dragon is back up, and NFH are making the move on towards it. Of course, the crescendo has just been burned. Here comes the Dark Blood in from Razor directly onto Sanfan. The Tibberish immediately comes down. Here comes the ace in the hole. Barely, oh no, does not take him down. Cheap Noodles picks up the kill though. Shitsweek now the next target, as he has to flash away. As the Ignite burns away. Oh, wow! Nicely done there from Respawn. 90 caliber into Piltover Peacemaker. Great pickup. And now, NFH immediately making the move on towards that dragon. They are going to pick it up here. Not much Team Noob Gaming can do to stop this. And now the gold lead.
See NFH taking a big lead here. They've just skipped second gear completely, and they've just gone on to fifth gear. They're just really taking control of this game. That's 2 dragons now, and they're up a tower to 0, and they're up by 9 kills. Just really strong performance from them.
And the gold lead is still steadily rising, as it is now at 6,000. It was at 1,000 at 11 minutes. And has been rising steadily. 1,000 a minute. We're gonna see if TNG has what it takes to stop this snowball from rolling over their team. Because right now it looks like it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I have to agree with this analysis. If you look at the AD carries specifically, we see Corki gone for that early Trinity Force, but we match that up with the items that Caitlyn has. She's got that Infinity Edge, she's got the Berserker's Boots. Just really pulling ahead on items, and she's going to be an absolute mess in this mid game with that extended range.
And from the mid lane, Cheap Noodles and Sanfan again engaged in a little bit of a skirmish. And Razor is making his way up to the top lane as Zapzorap and .ie go at it. And Zapzorap again in a very bad situation. Tries to get away by landing the Sonic Wave onto .ie, but the Resonating Strike did not come out in time. Shitsweek also on his way, but there's not much that he can do.
Yeah, unfortunately, for Team Noob Gaming, Shitsweek has just been a little bit later than Aatrox, trying to get those counter ganks in, but Aatrox has just got so strong that not giving Shitsweek enough time to react.
And now, of course, with 3 members of TNG in the top side of the map, Respawn and Godrox are gonna get this push going on the bottom lane. Rhydon is there, actually doing a lot of damage here. Look at that, Respawn going dangerously low. They stuck around for a little bit too long and possibly underestimated that Corki. He has picked up his Trinity Force now, so that's going to be a huge power spike. And we saw that in action just now.
Yeah, we can see Corki just completely omitting the boots purchase and just going full glass cannon, just going for that damage, trying to make some damage for his team.
And Respawn actually getting the blue steel here, as Corki tries to pick it up with one of his rockets. Close but no cigar. And now, we see NFH making a move here. They dive directly onto Rhydon. He has to burn his barrier. Will he be able to get away? There's the stun coming out from Andy Godrock's now in a lot of trouble as Tibbers is used. Cheap Noodles now taking huge damage, but he does get out alive. A very, very tense engagement. But no kills.
Yeah, certainly a very close fight. Could have gone either way there. I thought that Annie Bear was just going to, Tibbers was going to turn it all around.
Nice ace in the hole dodge from Shitsweek, but the engagement comes immediately afterwards. The death mark detonates, giving a kill over to Cheap Noodles, and he's coming out really, really strong in this game. 3-0-3 so far. And looking at the gold lead, it is now at 8,000 almost. It's rising, and it does not look like it's going to stop rising anytime soon unless the red team, Team Noob Gaming, makes a strong play anytime soon. They need to make a definitive play that at least turns the game a little bit into their favor, so they can at least stop that gold lead from growing.
If we look at the actual gold totals for the team, we can see that not only do they have more gold, but they have the gold in the right places. We got Caitlyn on almost 8k, and she's just going to be annihilating people. As we can see, she's just annihilating.
Oh, look at that. Barkin going to go down here to the ace in the hole. Another pickup as Caitlyn reaches 5 kills. But very, very scary.
And we can see Aatrox here on 6.5k, which is actually more than Team Noob Gaming's 80 carries on approximately 5.8k at this point of the game. They're just really, really far behind.
The member with the second least gold on NFH, which at this point is Rumble at 6.5k, has more gold than any other member on TNG.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, this top lane matchup is would probably have gone very, very differently.
And here comes the death mark onto Sanson. He's probably going to down here from the death mark detonation. No! Barely survives. And now the tidal wave coming out from Nami. This may be the opportunity TNG has waited for. But no, it isn't. Zapzarath gets taken down in the top lane. And NFH gets out cleanly after a kind of a sloppy play onto that middle turret.
As I was saying, that Rumble Lee Sin matchup would have gone very, very differently if it hadn't been for the superb support that Rumble received from Razor on that Aatrox.
Nice, the hole coming down.
Really turned that lane around for him.
Now, as the gold lead approaches 10,000, it is currently at 9,000. We see moves being made on the middle lane. Cheap Noodles, a bit of a sticky spot here. Gets away though. Here comes the Tibbers directly onto Razor, but nice crescendo stuns Sanfun under the turret. Shitsweek, meanwhile, pursuing Cheap Noodles. We'll be able to pick him up here. Shitsweek now getting chased, jumping away with that repel. The only kill so far is in favor of TNG, and that was actually their first kill in a very, very long while. As Shitsweek may actually get picked up here. No, they almost pick up respawn, but it's not quite enough. Aqua Prison missed by just that single little inch.
Yeah, we saw...
Oh, Equalizer being used here by Rumble. Here comes the play. Ace in the hole directly onto Rhydon. Takes him down even though barrier was activated. Nice stun. Stands 2 people, but Shitsweek gonna get engaged upon. He repels away directly away from NFH. They do pick up a kill here in this engagement. And it's Corky of all people.
Looks like Aatrox is going to make a move on that Drake and just solo it down super fast with that Bo2 King.
Yep. Does look like it.
NFH are just really just taking control of this game, and moving their gold lead. Once this Drake goes down, that's approximately a 9.5k lead they have at this time.
Yes. Indeed. And as we see, Varkin actually getting taken down here by Respawn as he gets caught out in his own jungle. Things are looking more grim every second for Team Noob Gaming. But no real push coming out of NFH either. Every time they look like they're going to push down that middle inner, they'll deal some damage, have a little skirmish, and then go back and recall. We have yet to see a strong, definitive push.
It looks like they're sending Zed into this top lane to try and force them into a position where they need to send more than one person to deal with him. I don't think there's anyone on Team Noob Gaming that can actually duel this Zed at the moment, so they're going to have to send 2 people to deal with him on the split push and allow Team NFH to make some plays in the mid lane.
They are currently in the middle lane trying to push. Ace in the hole went down, doing a little bit of damage onto Sanfon. Akra Peasant coming out, they quickly move away from it. And immediately clear the wave as it comes in. And here's that Zed split push that you were talking about. Zapzarap moving in, trying to stop it. We'll be able to take him down. We'll see how he deals with it. Oh, Dragon's Rage actually kicking him away, but here comes the Death Mark. Look at him, Zapzarap just exploding as soon as that Death Mark detonates. He will go down. And I wonder if the blue team is going to take that as a signal to start the proceedings. Doesn't look like it as they back away once more. Waiting for the next wave.
At this stage, I'd imagine they'll just siege up with that Caitlyn. They have one of the best champions for siege situations. She can stand well outside tower range and just start
Sanfon
things down.
now moving towards that top lane to deal with Zed. And here may be the opportunity that NFH has waited for. Here they go, and the crescendo onto Shit's Weak. He is getting caught. Equalizer immediately on top. Ryandon going so low. Has the Valkyrie out. The Ignite is ticking. Will he be going down? It does not look like it. But Sanfon comes in, uses the Tibbers, picks himself up a Caitlyn. Look at that. Razor has to flash and Dark Flight away. Good response from TNG. It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, we just saw the power of Flash Tibbers coming out there, just flashing straight out of that Wraith jungle and just annihilating with the burst from Tibbers, Incinerate.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And it looks like the Zed's going to get picked up finally by this Lee Sin, and big gold coming down with the shutdown. At this stage we can just see some of the teams just trying to clean up the jungle, pick up a bit of farm, and the longer this game goes on, the more it rather benefits Team NG, able to get back into the game, pick up some items. If I was Team NFH at this stage, I'd want to be really pressuring towers together and getting those objectives to really force their advantage.
As we see, really just a back and forth on the middle lane. TNG pushing the lane towards NFH. They responding by pushing the lane back to TNG. It's a game of tennis. And who is going to get the literal ace here in this game? We'll see as TNG is making a move onto that middle outer turret.
Again, we can see the Zed in the bot lane. They've started to push that. It'll be interesting to see if they send at least Sin to respond once again, or whether they're going to try and maybe make a play for this mid tower.
Okay, Snow coming down onto Raiden. Larkin blocking it. Taking loads of damage though. Sanfon also down to half health. And TNG really going low here as Shit's Weak. Getting harassed by that built over Peacemaker. They have to move back, and in the meanwhile, Zed is pushing down that bottom inner. They have to send someone there to deal with them. And we're gonna see if this time they're gonna take it as a cue to go in. If they send Lee Sin, and possibly Annie. Not now, just backed away, going on towards that middle lane. She does see Razor doing those wolves. Stood around that on the other side of the wall. Oh, the respawn gets caught by a cocoon. This might be big. Shitsbeak moving in, but look at that. Taking a lot of punishment as the follow-up was not there. And now he has to back away. This could possibly mean a turret here.
Yeah, it's looking at the scores on the doors, quite literally, for Team Noob Gaming here. Just really showing the muscle of Team NFH at this point. Just forcing down those towers, exerting their advantage.
They finally pick up the turret after hanging around it for so long. And now, I'm gonna be curious to see if Team Noob Gaming will make a move here. We do see NFH in full disengage mode, but the crescendo is obviously available. They might be just doing an elaborate bait here. The cocoon lands onto Razor. Shitsweek going really deep. And Rhyhorn also here. They come to the re-engagement. Dark Flag directly in. Probably gonna see a crescendo here, or at least trying to do one as the equalizer chunks off a good bit of Rhyhorn's health. The flash in from Respawn. In the meanwhile, Cheap Noodles takes down Zapzorap on the bottom lane. Has taken down that turret as well. Shitsweek and Sanfon, meanwhile, managed to take down Aatrox, but .ie is just so strong. He uses the Zonias. Will he be able to pick himself up Elise here? Has used the Repel. Will jump onto those Wraiths. No! Sanfon takes him down with a strong burst, but the flash in from God Rocks actually with the Q and power chord picks himself up the Annie, and Shitsweek possibly now the next target as Cheap Noodle is getting taken down on the bottom lane. Wild stuff.
We actually saw Tibbers doing double duty as not only a damage source but also a body block for those spears coming out of Rumble. Just body blocking, stopping those spears. If he had been able to get one spear down onto the Annie, that would have been lights out.
Now look at that, because they committed so many people bottom to take down Zed, they almost lose that top inhibitor turret. Almost. It stands with 59 HP. So even though TNG is sitting at a 9,000 gold deficit here, they are still not giving up. They're still going strong. They're still holding their own. We're going to see if they have what it takes to completely turn this game around and shove it back to NFH. Respawn getting hit here by a cocoon. And Annie-stan immediately lands, but look at that, they jump onto Sanfon, he is exploded. Shitsweek has to dodge the ace in the hole with the repel, but has nowhere to come down to. Aatrox picks himself up a double kill. And now NFH making moves towards that Baron. They may be going for it here. They start it off.
With the jungler down, it's a pretty safe Baron for Team NFH at this point.
They do have that smite available, indeed. And look at that, Barkin going very low just as he casually strolls around to the Baron area. Respawn really going deep. He almost goes down. Meanwhile, they almost get .ie. Respawn, meanwhile, taking down Barkrin. .ie taken down as the blue team picks up Baron here. Immediate re-engagement onto Corki. Godrock's probably going to be the next target here. Will that rep be able to pick him up? Yes, he will. He's getting chased by Cheap Noodles, though. And he will go down, too. Actually, not that bad of an engagement for TNG.
Yeah, I can't imagine that having gone much better for them.
Oh, Respawn's running straight into Shitsweek and Sanfon. Oh, my goodness. That was so unfortunate.
I'd almost wonder if there might have been a little bit of lag there. I'm not sure. She just seemed to stand there for a second.
Well, she ran straight into them, and there came the stun from Sanfon.
Yeah, it's possible she just saw what was happening and knew she couldn't get away.
Yeah. Anyway, that's 3 Baron buffs actually gone already, but still, the gold is still in NFH's pocket. As the gold
There's an
lead.
astronomical gold lead at the minute.
Yes. It is now at 12,000 at this point.
Slain the dragon.
Gonna get even higher as they pick themselves up another dragon. 13,000 now. But still, we saw during that Baron fight, it was a 3 for 3, and they were already behind 10,000 gold at that point.
Yeah, Baron's a very good 4th team member in that fight, though.
I suppose so, yes.
Often underestimated Baron 4th team member.
Still, even though there's
But
no
then
more
it's all
Baron
fun
on
accounted
respawn, and God rocks, and .ie, the Baron is still on Razor and Cheap Noodles, and they are they have been coming out so strong here in this game as they catch Shitsweek in their own jungle. The Deathmark actually detonates as he is repelled and takes him down.
Looks like we're going to see a push for this top tower and probably an inhibitor at this point with the 4v5.
It does look like it, right on. Shooting out those rockets, trying to do his
Ani,
best. Oh,
well,
ace in
yeah,
the hold onto Varkin.
Red team's turret
Taking down
has
half
been
of his
destroyed.
health. They take down the top inhibitor turret, which was quite low to begin with, and make the move on the inhibitor. They will be able to pick this up here, and possibly even more. They
At
make
the
the
start
move.
of that tower push, we saw Annie, or something on the Annie, wildly out of position, just in the alley between the wall and the jungle. And she was forced to flash over the wall, which is really, really huge on Annie. It's going to reduce her effectiveness in these team fights. She can't set up those positions that she wants to anymore.
Yes, of course, that Flash Tibbers is not available anymore. Flash Tibbers is pretty much one of those scariest things in League of Legends, along with Flash Crescendo. And here we go. Shitsweek getting around a little bit too far out. Cheap Noodles actually getting picked up by Zapthorap up there. That's another
Yeah,
Baron
Timber's
gone.
just being used to pick up cheap noodles there. We can see if they use this time just to clear the lanes, push out, extend the game as long as they can. For Team Noob Gaming, or whether they try and take an objective, maybe pressure that mid tower. It's hard to tell what they need to be doing at this point.
One thing's for sure, they are not giving up. They are still going strong here, doing as much as they possibly can to prevent this game from going in the wrong direction. Because it already is going in the wrong direction, but they'll try to not lose it as Razor actually gets caught out, but immediately turns the aggression around onto Rhyodon. Zaptrap now onto him. Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike have been used. He won't be able to get away probably. He uses the Dark Flight. His passive is popped. And 4 members of TNG are onto him. Nice crescendo onto Equalizer. This is gonna be so huge. Sunfon has to use the Zonias, but will go down here. Zaptrap and Shitsweek very, very low. Varkin has to flash over the wall as .ie activates the Flame Spirit and picks himself up a Sin here. That was so huge. That crescendo into Equalizer. So much damage. They're still hanging around that middle turret, trying to get
Zed
those.
coming in support here.
Yes, Zed now coming in too. After he did go down, Varkin gonna go down to the respawn as he stepped a little bit out too far. There comes the Deathmark. Immediate Valkyrie from Rhyodon. He has to flash away even more. And now Cheap Noodles onto Shitsweek as actually one of the Nexus turrets for TNG falls. The middle inhibitor goes down as well. So far, it's a 4 versus 2, and Zed is there. Look at the damage coming out of respawn. He may pick himself up a double kill here. Will he be able to? No, he will not. Shitsweek takes him down. And where is Zed?
Yeah, things are not looking good for Team Noob Gaming at this point. Down to 1 Nexus tower. 2 inhibitors down, just really up against the wall at this point.
It is true. The gold lead, meanwhile, approaching 15,000. And Baron's going to be up in a minute. With 2 inhibitors down, I think that one's going to go to NFH. Because they already lost a Nexus turret, and the other one is at half health. Of course, it's regenerating. We're going to see how it works out. If they go out too far trying to contest the Baron and let those super minions flow into their base, they may actually lose the game just to the minions.
Yeah, it's always a threat whenever you've got those double inhibitors down. Forces you to try and just forcing them to let the Baron go down. 2 Team NFH here, they really can't leave the base.
It is up in 30 seconds. Dragon will be up in 40 seconds. So it's possible that we see immediate Dragon into Baron, Baron into Dragon, but Sanfon getting engaged upon here by Cheap Noodles, but immediately turning around and actually taking him down. That was a little bit too ballsy. Tidal Wave now coming out, not hitting anyone.
And we can
Cheap
see the
Noodles.
super minions in the base just shredding that down at this point.
Oh my goodness, that turret is going to go down. There it goes.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And now, of course, they are open to backdoor attempts. This is going to be so dangerous. Blue team
Yeah, we could just see a full-on dive from
NFH
NFH here. Anytime.
coming in. Trying to engage here. Sanfan catching out Respawn, actually. Shitsweek trying to get onto him desperately. Trying to take down the AD carry. It's going quite low. And they are still going on to Zaprep moving in. The Dragon's Rage actually landing. But will he be able to pick him up here? No, Respawn picks up Varkin. Picks up the triple kill at this point. And they're on to Zaprep. You know, pick him up. No, it stays a triple kill. They threw everything onto Respawn trying to take him down, but he just picks up a triple kill. And this is possibly, probably, definitely the game for NFH here. They're going to pick up the win.
At this point.
Yeah, Zaprep diving in, getting taken down so low. Sanfon also taking loads of harassment. There it goes. The Nexus explodes. NFH picks up the win here, bringing the series to a 1-1. 2 very good games. The second one was a little bit less close than the first one. But still, absolutely brilliant plays from both of these teams. They both pick up a win.
Performance.
So, this best of 2 ends in a 1-1. No breaks this time, too.
Yeah, that was it was nice to see. Certainly kept things flowing a little bit more smoothly. Overall, like you said, just really good games for both teams. While the second game wasn't quite so close, and NFH really showed how strong they can be. Some great performances coming out from both sides. Sanfon on that Annie, very surprising how effective that was. Even though she fell a little behind and her team was quite far behind, she picked up a lot of good kills and really used that Tibbers very effectively.
Indeed, but even after seeing that Zed come out so huge in that game, it really surprised me that he went full on in onto Annie and got immediately destroyed. That was pretty heavy.
Yeah, certainly. It just shows the power of Annie and Zed. They both can do quite a bit of damage.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this time it really does it for us here in the GG Sunday League. We saw both NFH and TNG pick up 1 win apiece. Thank you so much for watching this, and we will hopefully see you around soon.
Yep, thanks very much. I enjoyed my first cast. Hopefully be seeing you again soon.
Hopefully. Really good job. Really good job. Gotta say that.
Thanks very much. I need my ego inflated for our game that's just about to start, so...
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.